Hello, everybody. I'm here with attorney Peter Tilem. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How you doing today?
I'm doing incredible, especially because I get to talk to you. You were talking to me a bit before this, and we've talked before this as well. Like, you told me something that you do, right? Like, what do you do differently every day that most people should be doing?
Well, look, we really believe here in starting with the basics. So one of the things that I think is amazing about my job is that I get to use the United States Constitution almost every day of my work. We use the Second Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, the Sixth Amendment on almost a daily basis. So I believe that for lawyers, we got to start with the basics. Like, what does the Constitution say? What does the law say? And then we can start analyzing it. But it's very helpful to just read the law and know what it is.
Okay, that's amazing. And so, what do you tell young attorneys when they begin to try cases?
Well, I think it's very much the same answer, right? You have to know what the law is. There's a starting point, right? We're lawyers. What the first three letters of lawyers? Law, right? So we have to read the law. We have to know what we're talking about. We have to just start with the basic. What are we trying to prove? What are the elements of what we're trying to prove? And then we can get into how we're going to go about through use of evidence and witnesses prove each of those elements. But until we get to the basics, until we read the law and know exactly what we have to do, what we have to prove in court, we can't really get to the next step. They really tell us, and I think it's good advice, that you should write your summation, your trial summation, at the very beginning of the case when you take it in, because that's gonna tell you what you need to prove, what the case is gonna have to look like for you to win. And so I think that's a great strategy and something I teach to young lawyers.
Okay, I love to hear that. And so there's something that you started actually. It's a prepaid legal service for gun owners, right?
That's correct. So, look, gun ownership in New York, where we're located, is very difficult and very risky because there's just so many laws associated with owning guns in New York. There's so much regulation. In addition, the laws of self-defense are also very difficult and very complicated, very difficult to navigate. So what we've done is we've created a prepaid legal plan for gun owners so that gun owners can contract with an attorney for a low monthly rate, somewhere around $32 a month for a very basic plan. And this way they know they have a law firm in their corner ready to defend them if any situation should arise.
That's really good. I wish you were. I said this last time. I wish you were in more places than New York. Right? It helped
Well,
me a ton.
we wish we were too, and we're in very early stages of trying to figure out how we could branch out to other states.
Okay. Well, when you're in Georgia, definitely let me know. Um, and so, there was a lot of. I want to know, why does a guy like you pick your career path?
Right. So, look, I think a lot of it has to do with my upbringing. Uh, the bottom line of it is, uh, I grew up in New York City. I went to New York City public schools. I'm a regular guy. I rode the subway, and starting off just really the streets of New York in the 70s and 80s, you really have to learn how to deal with a lot of different varieties of people. So in my profession here, I get just to deal with everyone. We deal with people who are super wealthy, and we deal with people who are accused of committing some very serious crimes, who maybe don't have so much money, maybe didn't have the same upbringing. So we get to see the gamut here, and so every day is very different for us. And you never know in the morning what the day is going to hold, because I don't know who's going to get arrested. I don't know who's going to call me. I don't know exactly what's going to happen with my day, but every day is very different.
Wow. There's a lot of like punch to you, right? Like anybody that talks to you can feel it. I feel
Yeah,
it, and
I
I'm
mean, look,
2,000 miles away.
yeah. Look, I mean, I think if you want to do something well, you have to be passionate about it, right? We're
Mm.
very passionate about representing our clients. We're very passionate about what we do, and I think that we project that. For a trial lawyer like myself, you have to be able to project that in the courtroom, right? No one wants to believe a lawyer who doesn't believe himself. You have to feel it in here. You have to feel it inside in order to be able to project it to a jury or a judge. And so that's sort of the way we train our lawyers to behave. And I think to a certain extent with trial lawyers, you either have it or don't have it. And we certainly have it.
how do you assess? I might be going over my time that I said I'd take from you, but like how do you assess whether or not an attorney has it when you're hiring them?
Look, I think that when we're going through the hiring process, first of all, we're not cookie cutter here, right? I just explained to you that, sort of a kid from the streets of New York. And so I'm not looking for someone just like me. I'm looking for people with different backgrounds, right? People may connect to one of our clients differently than they would to another client, or maybe, a client wouldn't connect to me the way they would to one of the other attorneys that works here. So I think to a certain extent, what I'm looking for someone who is passionate, someone who is articulate, who could speak well, and someone who is intelligent and willing to think outside the box. I don't want cookie cutter experience. I don't want someone who just learned to do it one way and now is going to do it that one way. I want someone who has the tools, has the raw basic talent, and then we can train to work on the kind of cases that we need them to work in.
Okay. So where can I find you? Like if I'm interested, if I'm in New York and I'm interested in the, say for example, the prepaid, where can I find that?
Well, I mean, look, we're not hiding, right? My name is Peter Tilem, Tilem. If you Google me, there's not a lot of us, so you're going to come up with my law firm. The name of the law firm is Tilem and Associates. We're located in White Plains, New York. We have a couple of websites, which is tilemlawfirm.com. We have our prepaid legal plan, which is nytacdefense.com. That's
Mhm.
nytacdefense.com. I write a blog called New York Criminal Attorney Blog. And so we're out there. If you Google me, you'll find me. Maybe more than you want to know.
Hopefully. I'm sure they want to see a lot more of you. Thank you so much for your time, and yeah, I look forward to maybe doing this again sometime.
Yeah, listen, I appreciate it. It was great. Thank you.